welcome back. My name's Ella. I'm a nurse, also known as Healthy Happiness, I guess. So I'm glad if you've returned that you've come to hear some more advice, I guess. So today I thought we would discuss what I mean when I say slow down, because I feel like when you hear the word slow down, you're like, that could, well, it does mean so many different things, but also I think some people are almost like, what do you mean slow down? We've only got one life, we can't slow down, like we need to make the most of it. That is not what I mean. What I mean by, well, sort of, what I mean by slow down is, one, we rush in this life way too much, and I am the biggest culprit of this, and it's the one thing that I have tried to change that has genuinely changed my life. So what I mean by slow down is, if you notice when you're like rubbing a moisturizer and you're like this, or when you're walking you're like rushing, or even when I talk, I'm such a fast talker. My mum every day is like, Ella, slow down, because it's at the point where she just doesn't even bother listening to me because she just can't understand what I'm saying because I speak so fast. I'm doing it right now. But yeah, so what this is doing is this is putting your body in that fight or flight response, which is increasing your cortisol levels, which are your stress levels, which is ultimately putting you in a constant stress response, which will negatively affect your health in ways of increasing your blood pressure, which is obviously damaging to your general health and can bring on loads of diseases, but as well as just general things like it's what adds to that puffiness because you're adding water retention. So slowing down not only sort of allows you to slow down and appreciate every moment and romanticize each moment. Like what I like to do when I'm doing daily tasks, this is a new thing that I've started doing, is I put on jazz and I just slowly do them. Like I'll slowly put the washing away and I'll romanticize it and I'll make it more fun, because yeah, it does make it more fun, as well as meaning I am not just going, oh, I've got to put the blah blah and going, I have to do that. It's like I get to do that. So it does add that positivity to life. When even without the jazz music, you don't need jazz music to just slow down. Like wake up, have a slow morning routine. If you wake up rushing, you've ruined your day. I said it, you have ruined your day, because you are then not going to be able to combat tasks as easily because your mindset is just in that like fight or flight, and you just, I don't know if you've noticed, but the days that you rush in the morning, like say you're late to work and you're like, I need to get there, are the days that you have a bad day. It's like they say, positive thoughts bring positivity. I agree, but the same fact that negativity brings negative thoughts bring negativity. When you're rushing, you're sort of in a negative mindset, and it brings, so it's like how when you're having a bad day you bash your elbow or you get stuck to the door. I really hope that happens to you. It's like a counteractive effect. So that's why in the morning before work, even though it means I have to wake up so early, I'd rather wake up early and have that time to just be by myself, gather my thoughts, and I'm not rushing into work. And you know what, even if I am late at this point, I don't tell my boss this, but I just take my time, because if I'm rushing, I've then pretty much ruined my day, because I'm just not in the right frame of mind to be getting on with it. Like my brain fog increases. So yeah, a slow morning routine, slow everything, walk slowly. Walking slowly also makes you appear like you've got more confidence. Also as well, this is quite a niche like subject area, but being slow with everything puts you in a more feminine energy. When you're in a more feminine energy, you actually have a more like, you are more calm, more loving, like you appear more like positive energy to other people, I think. So that's also another benefit. A second point of slowing down is, I know we only live once and people want to reach their goals, and I understand why people want to reach their goals, because they need money, they need, I don't know, but although when something happens is not when your life improves, can I just say, your life should, or like at least try and view your life as good right now, because if you're waiting to be happy, you're never going to be happy. Okay, if you're waiting to achieve your goals to be happy, you're not going to be happy. If you're not happy now, achieving your goals is not going to make you happy, because I think it's almost self-explanatory, but your goal, like, it's like when they say money doesn't buy you happiness, like buying a new bag isn't going to bring you happiness. I mean, it does, I can confirm, but only short-term happiness. Like, that's not going to solve your life. Do you know what I mean? So completing your goals, yeah, it might be financial goals and you've completed them and then you have financial freedom, but that actually doesn't, it might make your life easier, but it doesn't make you happier. Happier comes from mindset. Anyway, that, I mean, it was relevant, but that's not what I was actually intending on saying. But yeah, so as much as I understand why people want to reach their goals, I think we are so, oh my god, I felt kind of cringe, but we are so lucky to be human. But like, I just personally think that it's so nice to just experience every phase of life. So for example, I finished uni a year ago. Instead of rushing getting a nice house or whatever, not that that would have been possible after uni, but I thought, I don't want to move on from this phase of life. I'm young. Like, why am I rushing to do all these things? I've got my whole life ahead of me, hopefully, touch wood. But you obviously can't think otherwise, really. You've got to just enjoy the phase you're in now. And so I'm still living in that lifestyle, sort of, just because this is that phase of life now. And then I'm actually kind of crazy. This is how much I just think about things like this. I've actually got different Pinterest boards for different eras of my life. So like, I've got one for like outfits I want to wear when I go to Bali. I'm going to be like a different, because I actually quite like all sort of styles. So like, I'm going to have a different style when I go to Bali. I'm going to have a different style when I go to Dubai. I'm going to have a different style when I'm a mum. Like, I literally have a Pinterest board saying mum era, like, for like inspiration for that era of my life. Like, but they are very different eras of my life. Like, I want to live them all separately, and I'm not going to rush each one of them. And in saying that, it's like with your goals as well, enjoy every step of reaching your goals. I feel like goals never are a destination. Once you complete a goal, you set a new one, you set a new one, you set a new one, and then your bar's up here. Just enjoy each step of it, and you just have to be present in the moment, because otherwise it'll all fly by and you'll be like waiting for it to be achieved and like, oh my god, I just wasted my whole life, and then you'll regret it. I think also part of this comes with relieving anxiety. If you're always thinking in the future and about all the goals you want to achieve and everything, which I must say I'm quite guilty of, it's something I'm working on, but if you're always thinking about what comes next, you're not living in the present. You're living in anxiety because you're worried about what's going to happen, and you're not just trusting that things will work out for you. Because I can't express it enough, I know people are delusional who just sort of think, oh, everything's going to work out for them, or they just like have trust or whatever. If it makes me happy, I will be delusional. I'm sorry. Like, first of all, it's actually scientific that if you do it correctly and just like use your subconscious mind, that it actually works, but we won't get into that. More so that basically just slow down, enjoy this moment right now, be present to remove your anxiety, slow every movement down to lower your cortisol levels, and then happiness is calling. She's literally calling. Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope this helped.
Your smile lit up like a sunrise glow, touch so soft where the seasons flow.